It is currently 9 p.m. on a Thursday, and tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is going to be my flight back to LA. And then from LA, I have a little bit of time there, and then I'm going to head back to Singapore. So it's about time to say goodbye to New York. It's been a really fun 12 days here, and America as a whole for 3 weeks has been amazing. You got food?
Yeah, I had to.
I'm gonna get dinner as well. So right across the street from the hostel is this marketplace called Bread and Honey. And at Bread and Honey they have the exact same thing that the previous the amazing convenience store has, which is this huge array of food, which is amazing. The thing I live off of, if everything else goes to shit, I always go back on one thing, and it's Cai Fan. It's this selection of veggie, meat, rice, whatever, right? It's the typical home-cooked food. Over here, they're served a little bit differently. You choose your own food and you pay by the pound. So it's the same amazing concept. So the traffic as usual is utter shit in New York. This morning I woke up a little bit late, so I missed my bus. Kind of expected it to happen, but not ideal. I'm waiting on an Uber now, but my...
I can see, babe, looking wild, and looking sad, and looking for me.
Good morning, Mr.
Keep it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to depart and close the aircraft door. Please take your seat. And this after having your lunch, because the flight is finished. Hope you enjoy the flight with us. About the maintenance issue, we'll be sure.
Here's a guy waiting for a skateboard.
Okay, so I've arrived in LA. I have to spend 12 hours here. I'm going to have to look for a club lounge, which I'm probably gonna stay in. I've made two mistakes. Number one is when I left the hostel, I left my battery and my charger for my camera there. So this is it's blinking red already. The battery's gonna go out anytime now. Number two is I should have stayed inside the terminal and not come out, because right now I don't have a ticket and my next flight is in 8 hours. So the check-in terminal hasn't even opened. I won't get a ticket, so I can't go inside the terminal to head into a club lounge. So I'm gonna have to hang out here and do work here. Basically, I got myself a banana. It's super yellow though. Wait, hold on. That's way better. What the hell? Apple juice. I'm waiting for a club sandwich. I'm gonna do something to cheer me up right now. I unbox this thing. I bought this in B&G, this huge camera warehouse store. Been needing a new one because I lost my old one. Alright, no. My most previous one, it died on one side, as all earphones do. So finally I decided to just buy a headphone this time. Ta-da! This is nothing. So in case any of these wires actually die out, I can just buy a new aux cable and it'll work just fine. A miracle just happened. I heard a voice in my head. I think it was Tikam. He was like, "Hey bro, just check your bag out." So I was digging through my bag, and then all of a sudden I found the charger and the battery both inside. So it's wow. I bought myself $5 of high-speed internet here. I've got charging ports here at the restaurant. Everything's going well. Videos uploaded. I can watch videos here myself. I can kill a lot of time. I can start editing. Yeah, things are looking up. Bad times never last. Bad asses do. Because we've got some time. Let me talk about New York. So when I first arrived in the US, I wasn't that excited or anything. It was kind of weird because I didn't feel like New York was super different to Singapore. It was just, everything was just bigger. There are more people on the streets, the shopping malls are bigger. It's basically Singapore, just a little bit more inconvenient. So it's kind of weird, and I felt like I fit in super fast. By the second week, I feel like I kind of know how to get around myself. I didn't feel very foreign at all. But what I really missed out on was to work with the people there, because I realized that in New York there's so many talented individuals, not just people I look up to, but like just meeting new people here and there. Everyone's like so talented and so passionate about their work, which is what I find cool about New York. But I never really got a chance to work with any of them. What I would miss about New York is like the awesome skyline. Every night is just lit. Stuff I don't miss: noise pollution, crap tons of tourists, the bus system. The bus system there is shit. So I'm heading back to Singapore. We've got a lot of work to catch up on. Going to head back to TSL to work as well. And I've got a few client shoots coming up personally. I still got a few things planned. I want to hit quite a few spots in Singapore to discover, and also, if I can, I'm gonna fit in one more trip. I don't know whether if it's to India, to Philippines, or to Indonesia. It has to be a close by country because it's just for a weekend, just probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3-day thing. If you guys have a suggestion that is cool, that is adventurous, write it down. Cathay doesn't allow for the penny board to be on board, unlike Delta Airlines. So I gotta put it in the plastic bag again. Goodbye! You're getting this whole big bag for that one little thing.
I can see, babe.
I think it's pretty amazing how huge the vlog culture here is. I was going by security. I left my lens cap in the back of my pocket. Instead of being like rude and stuff, he was like, "Oh, where's your camera? What do you do, photography?" I'm like, "No, videos." And then he's like, "Do you do vlogging?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Oh, check out your channel." They're so nice. Almost the last person off that plane. Welcome to Hong Kong. Look, they've got this one going that way, and that one also going that way. And for some reason, everyone is on the left one. This is so inefficient. I feel so crippled without a penny board in an airport. I'm walking so far. And I could have been there like within 2 minutes. But without my board, it's just
Looking wild and looking tired and looking for me.
A little bit of a panic mode. So I definitely missed my flight. I have to find a way to book another flight back to Singapore. I have no idea how this works. I was so confident. I was just sitting there waiting for people to board, right? Let me try to clearly explain the situation again. So the moment you get out of your plane, if it is a transferring flight, there are this lists of countries that they list out right after you get off the plane to kind of advise you on where to go. And on that list said Singapore, gate 70. And I'm a lazy person, so when it comes to decision making, I try to find the my brain chooses the shortest, most efficient possible way to derive a conclusion. So when it came to that, I saw 70 and I was like, alright, I don't have to check the plane number or anything, that kind of makes sense. So I just left, and then later I realized there was an earlier flight. I'm like, oh man. I haven't got enough sleep to deal with this. The good thing is I am constantly hearing how many Singapore flights are leaving Hong Kong. So I don't think it's gonna be too hard for me to find the next flight, an early next flight. So all should be fine. I missed my earlier flight.
Busting in the door and working on.
Okay, so my little mistake cost me 150 Singapore dollars, which is like my 1 month pay at TSL. I'm kidding, it's not. So I've got 2 hours to kill. This is my first ever time I've missed a flight. I have been taking airplanes alone since I was 4 years old, going back to Germany and back to Singapore. Never missed a flight. I've traveled so much with gaming, never missed a flight. This is my first ever time. I blame Hong Kong airport, man. That sign at the front of and I already wasn't having like the best experience with Cathay Airlines. I took a flight to US using Cathay, took it back using Cathay. I don't like it. The service, the food, the seats, not great. You guys know what really sucks? I have to go through the transfer gates again, which means I have to go through security check again. I am overexposed, that's what I am. I am tired. I am stinky. I am so many things that I don't want to be. I am stuck in Hong Kong airport. I'm supposed to have arrived in Singapore by now. I have to wait till 1 p.m., 2 p.m. All I want to do is like go back and start taking Grab car instead of Uber and see the skyline, like Singapore Flyer and stuff on the way back home. See my parents and take a shower. And lie on my bed and play videos. I just want to be back. Just came back from a morning run in the rain and it felt great. It's like it's cooling, it's not so hot, and it gives you this like fake ego boost that you're like training in harsh conditions. So, not bad. And there's this quote that I like. Who said it? The name escapes me now, but it goes something like this: life is not about waiting for the rain to pass, but about dancing in the motherfucking storm. But yeah, I mean, on the way back, I even saw like this rooster, which was doing its morning calls. And if even an animal knows the value of consistency, why can't we, right? Anyway, enough of the like inspirational talk. I am so glad I'm back. Got so many things planned ahead. Uploads are gonna be back to once every 2 days, but if I can upload earlier, I will. So, notification army that shit. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys next vlog. Okay.